Bomb site. We're going to be getting what I consider one of the best Anubis A anchors in the world in Crimbo. Sometimes depends on what his teammates can do and offer around him. That A player has to retake B 7 rounds and a half. Yeah, he's going to have his hands full. But I think you can guarantee that Crimbo, again, just kind of touting him as being like a good risk assessor, sometimes pushing out long A just causes you to lose rounds. And I don't anticipate Crimbo as one of those guys when the gun rounds start coming.
Well, this is design on the pistol, and let's see. Oh, good shot from Sin. That's huge. Nikados gets cleared out. That's Crimbo. Doesn't fall prey to the trap. And all of a sudden, Heroics only got 3 players. Bomb plant at least secured. So victory of sorts no matter what happens from here.
Yeah, small win. You take what you can. Kixan not even able to get off of the site as Sin just lays down bullets. Shush goes real deep, all the way over to the tunnel. He waits for that long cross, but we do get the 2 Dark players coming up, both of which die out to Tesses. A Glock on this platform could have been fantastic, but now that Tabson's crossed over, this is a 10-second stick. Shush taking his sweet old time. Oh, it comes through! Crimbo doesn't hit that.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. You can see God B with the sigh of relief. If Crimbo doesn't hit that, I feel like Tabson dies, no kid on the play, and we're just about at 12 seconds.
I think it's, yeah, I think it might actually be over after that. Oof. That got real dicey. Beautiful shooting from Sin. But they make it interesting at the end of the day. Shush and Tess is almost pulling it together. Pistol round for Big, a second round buy from Heroic with that plant. They get MAC 10s. They get an MP7. Nerds the Gentleman. They got a scout on Nikados.
And what's Tess got?
He's got a Galil.
Oh, okay.
It's not as interesting.
That's all right. It's odd you draw the line there.
That was a little bit of OCD kicking it. You're like, he's done 4 the 5. He's done 4 the 5.
Say it. Galil's, of course, better than ever.
They do feel nicer.
Listen, anything that's got 35 bullets in it, sign me up. This 20-bullet magazine runs dry, but with substantial damage already output by Sin. And Process primes down in dark. Comes out with his SMG, gonna clear platform, wasting no time, and trying to put his name back into the lights, because I think when we go to map 1, or when we go to the ancient game earlier today versus Ents, Process took over.
Yep.
Like hands down, top-rated player. He was the guy. And I think he would love to end the day exactly where he started. He will have a lot of responsibility. So one of the things that I do criticize Big for when it comes to... Hold on, Tesses. Okay, good. Sit down. Conversion out of Big, force buy doesn't work. One of the red flags, right? You said, like, who are we going to get? What are we going to get? And I sing Crimbo's praise. At times, the Sin and Process setup within the B site of Anubis can get a little sketchy because the CT side of Process hinges a lot on these dark door jiggle peaks. He'll have a smoke or a molly or a frag in hand, and he's just constantly giving that river a jiggle. But I do feel like that's a position that can get swarmed. It's a position that suddenly the B site is cracked open.
It's chaotic, and if you're not on the same page as your co-defender at that bomb site, you can get real disorganized real quickly.
Yes, and you're working with Sin. Again, not trying to talk shit, but the 2 players we do kind of put lower on the ladder is Sin and Process. And if they don't have that consistency that they need, B site can become problematic for Big.
Yeah, I certainly, in terms of like experience, right, in those kinds of scenarios. Oh, nice shot from Kixan. Crimbo pre-aiming a little bit too deep. However, they're going to re-aggress on the B bomb site. Heroic wasn't prepared for it, and that little dink from the Glock means absolutely nothing to Tabson. He's like, I'll take that. Now it's my turn.
Doesn't give a damn, like a bug on a windshield. It's not that funny. Oh, Montu slammed. Did you like that one, Jason? Why are you laughing?
It wasn't funny. It wasn't great. It was well timed, I think. I think that's what it was. I don't have an answer. I got an easy laugh.
I got to cast with you more often, dude. Wander's a tough crowd.
I laugh real easy.
Sorry, Kixan, but that bomb, not in your possession. Such little health, though. You know, when you're in a 1v3 and you kick it off with a 1-deeg, it does make you believe you can do it. Ooh, Sin goes down to 4-8. What, that M4 hit him through a steel plate? I mean...
It didn't look like it hit him through anything, but it did hit him through something.
Okay, he survives it. otherwise would have been a dead man and could have had the 1v1 queued up, but it's a 3-0 start for Big.
Yeah, good little piece of aggression here. The AK was swapped over to Nertz, who was low on HP, who cleans it up. It's the re-aggression that really sealed this round, because things could have spiraled from this moment, but then you get the control of the bomb, you get to infest a little bit deeper outside of the B bomb site. Heroic starts out in a little bit of a hole. 4 AKs and a MAC-10 on Tess's.
The old ramp nade. Boom. There goes 20 HP for Shush. Crimbo has some sick utility as well from inside and outside A. He can nade rugs through that window. He can nade, obviously, this bottom of the ramp. But from both ends, I think that was one of the key components of dismantling Cloud9's A defense. And I put that as like a big upset, a large upset, big over Cloud9 on Anubis. You know, Cloud9 kind of losing to everybody nowadays, but...
Yeah, more of an upset when it happened.
Yeah, but, you know, they did it meticulously.
Sure.
That's the kind of stuff I can get behind.
Meticulous is a good word for Big. Taps in middle. Sees the jiggle peeking MAC-10, just backs away into safety. Deeper in towards Temple. Might open up an avenue in middle, but at the moment, Heroic's not going to challenge it. Again, it's this mid-round B push. It's Nikadaz, and again, it's the bomb outside B. If they drop this, danger in Heroic's future.
Oof, Sin of two minds stuck between them, but I think does a great job considering Process goes down with nothing. The fact he got away from Nikadaz on that long play, taps in good rifle work. Shush, 1 HP, survives and gets that trade frag. Crimbo creeping upwards. You'd love him in a clutch, but he still has Montu to work with. That's a smoke, that's incendiaries. They could definitely flush out this post plant. And to bank on Shush with a single point of health feels like a tall order. So let's hope for Heroic's sake that Nikadaz offers something. Using the pillar to block off the long peaks, a great play, but he gets found out. Crimbo gets a glimpse of him. Nikadaz feeling like he's squeezed, squished, and with limited time, takes to the deeper corner, dies out to Montu, and it's a clean 2v2 rolling forward for Big. It's a clean 4-0 start.
A really patient one, and I think that's a really critical component of that 2v2 is it's so much time for someone with 1 HP to have to play the game, so much time when they're already at the bomb site to have to really worry about that. And nicely handled from Big.
We cut out a game, my friend, but
yeah.
That was like, I didn't realize that was like a 0.00 type defuse.
I felt confident the whole time. I don't know why. It changed when I heard that.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't have been
I'm over
that
here
confident.
drinking water, taking a break.
I'm analyzing I'm breaking down the clutch.
Look how close this was. Ew. Almost. And then all things considered, a 1 HP Shush smoke peek.
Yeah. Yeah.
He delays them.
All those little details.
A second longer. I actually love Counter-Strike.
It's probably a little bit of a bummer because like he gets smoked out, right? But like here's that AWP kind of fighting from Temple, and with 1 HP, you're like, that's a fight I should just like swing on at some point. Like help protect Nikadaz, take that fight. But that smoke really makes it difficult to find that clean fight or that advantage or that fight that kind of negates your low HP. 4-0.
All 4-0. At least Heroic come back in with their bye. Now, I do think that we're unfortunately in a place here for Heroic where they can't afford Nertz and Nikadaz to be off. Also, a T-smoke to block off the op, so no early chance for Montu's opening kill.
Not just block it off, but really hit him right in the face.
Yeah, right in the top of the head. Gonna leave a dent. The same way headphones do on gamers. Not sure how good that'll be for us in the long term, but
we'll find out. We're the guinea pigs.
Tapson. Oof.
Oh, nice transfer.
Clean little flick over.
Yeah, sideswiped him. Tess's goes down, 5-on-4 advantage for Big. And it looks like they want to head towards A main. Haven't had a whole lot of success towards the B bomb site. Shuffling players around the map. So Nertz with the bomb and Nikadaz will start working in middle. Shush and Kixon are going to wait out the smoke at A main, and they're going to try and pincer maneuver onto the A site. Tabson watching middle, and Crimbo, who you've touted a number of times.
Place back. Whoa, nade in hand. That front runner's got him dead to rights. Yep, rode off Shush. Tabson clean trades. And it is now Tabson taking over the server. 8-1, squeezed from mid. Can't manage to do it all on his own, but sets his teammates up nicely for what could be a comfortable 3 versus 2 retake on the site. Deep peek from Nikadaz, trying to take an initiative, trying to even out numbers and not leave Nertz in what is now a stranded position. He opts to play the smoke.
He's got to do something unexpected. Unfortunately, hiding inside the smoke when there's this much time left on the bomb is just like, that's fading soon, baby.
Now he's just stuck along the wall. Now he's about to be exposed to camera while he's still fixated in on the storage push. And, of course, the whole entire time, A-main's coming. So, attack from 3 angles. No way he peels it all apart. A good trade from Montu. A quick jump on bomb. We've got kits. We're okay. We're okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're okay.
Giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, you made me nervous now after the last round. Now I'm watching. I'm paying attention to all. I'm counting the beeps.
Just got to keep you on your toes, Jim.
Triple kill from Tapson in this round. That is very, very well done from Tapson in a tough situation. Good clutch at the end, and again, just a long bomb timer to have to play a post plant for the T side. Timeout called from Big up 5-0. And Gubby is looking like he's down 0-5. Very emphatic.
Dude, every time. Every pause that Big have a chance to utilize is never a waste of time. It's the one team, you know, sometimes you see a tech pause, and look, coaches aren't even flapping their gums, right? This guy is, I mean, this is interpretive dance at this point.
Yeah.
Gubby comes through, micromanaging, and trying to, I think, cover up small errors before they become glaring mistakes. And a coach like that?
Preemptive coaching.
That's what I'm saying. Get ahead of it. Get ahead of it.
Well, he's got his team playing really well, so we won't argue with the methods, because ever since round 2 on Vertigo, it feels like Big has been in control of every scenario.
Yeah, I mean, we run it back to Nuke as well. Bro, if it's not for Nikodas on nearly 30 kills.
True.
Big were making that comeback happen in the second side.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Heroic just cannot catch a break anywhere they go. Tapson's got another opening frag out in middle. And that even goes back towards Nuke as well, was Big at some points having an opening frag advantage and not able to convert him.
But now Tapson leaning back, making sure no space is lost. And right now we're getting a mobile op too, right? We've got Montu down towards Dark a couple rounds ago. Process will be caught out taking an initiative through River. Did you need to push? Curious. Luckily, anchors in Crimbo towards mid after Tabson dies. Is here to clean him up. Good reaction to the nerds along the wall. That's a weird spot to catch somebody in. But again, sideswiping every peak in middle.
Just layers to this defense. They fight one down in Canals, going for a push outside A, and then you have Tapson outside the double doors, and then Crimbo's right on the inside of the double doors, and every step of the way, Heroic is challenged and whittled down one by one.
It's suffocating.
Yeah.
To go from Tabson's opening bridge kill to him hiding in camera, to having Montu come out A main and clearing you on rugs. Process at the same time is pushing down the river. That's the one chance Heroic had to get back into the round, and even when Big get caught with their hand in the cookie jar, they just keep grabbing them. 2 more peaks off top mid, no space given to Heroic, and honestly, not much money now here in the 7th.
Not much money and not a whole lot to build off of if you're Kixon and Heroic. And again, then it comes into new lineup, the depth of play they have across the entire map pool. Crimbo knows what's coming. He hears the footsteps, drops defensive utility, softens him up for Tapson's nade. Can't connect any kills. Ooh, and Tapson burns fighting in the flames. And all of a sudden, we've got a round.
Uh-oh, smoke.
Oh, God.
That's so good. Because yes, this one just slipped through your fingertips. I mean, Tabson standing in a Molotov, burning to a crisp. Crimbo, I mean, the grenades were fantastic, right? The first step of holding back this rush looked great, and that's why Shush is low. That's why Tess half health. But still, numbers advantage plus an AK in the hands and a desperate peek out through the smoke. This one just falls completely flat. And of all the rounds we've seen so far from Heroic, you're telling me this is their first win?
Yeah, it's a classic. Just a nice A-rush with the Tech 9s, with the MAC-10, get in, hustle. Process has blinded himself completely, and still wins the fight on Nerds. And Nikodas dropping down is able to find it at the end of the day. Saw gives out some high fives, some fist bumps, and Heroic finally off the goose egg. It's 1-6.
Now, this is one of the features.
You won't replicate that.
No, that's, I mean, for everybody's sake.
For all of us, baby.
I do think that, one of the features, actually, it's not a feature, I'll call it a flaw. The last time they went head-to-head on Anubis, dude, we had some crazy decision-making coming, even from players like Tapson, all the experience in the world. Jumping through smokes with a bomb out, giving away plants, the game got so sloppy. And again, we chalk it up to these teams being in flux and not being at their best at the moment. But that's something I'm really hoping we weren't going to get tonight.
What?
Okay, back to winning ways. tabseN and Process go crazy with the MP9s. We're just throwing ourselves at them. Crimbo dropping off of the bridge. But how did tabseN manage to get bomb control on Rugs?
He jumped through the mid-smoke, and now all this aggression, it's backfiring. It's hard to rein in that philosophy when everyone's gotten a little bit crazy. It's so much harder to get him back on the leash. And all of a sudden, it was a massive advantage. It's now a tie ball game in this round. 2-on-2, tabseN. MP9 can't do it at that range. It's put Process in an awkward situation.
Where he knows where the bomb is at. He knows where Kixan was, but has a more recent read on the 10 HP of Shush. T-side still so separated, though. Playing behind smoke. You know, at this point, does Kixan just maybe serve up some kind of a distraction and then allow for bomb to go solo A? Would you split this up?
I think considering the position they're in and considering they don't know where the aggression might have taken Process, I think this is fine. Especially because you can have that bomb, as you can see on Shush, just parked over in Rugs. It's just like, don't move, just don't get caught out by some kind of a flank. Let me clear the map, let me walk towards you, and we're gonna escort you into this A bomb site. And Process is the one who's kind of had to make a decision as he loses track as time goes on.
Yeah, unfortunate. Loses out the 50-50, plays it to the B site, dodged by Heroic, and he knows it. But that Jason was a 5v3.
It's such a cool, I mean, it's a crazy, but cool at the same time, opening and play from Big. But then again, you can't like introduce chaos into the round and then expect people to just like no one at any point just buttons it up and says, "Hey, we just did some crazy stuff. It's a 5-on-3. Let's go back to playing normal." No one ever had that realization enter their brain. It never clicked in.
Maybe I shouldn't jump off the bridge in a 5v3.
Crimbo's like, "Oh, Chapson just jumped through a smoke. I want to drop down." Where's he gonna have all the fun?
Yeah. It's an addicting philosophy, but they trip over their own feet in again a 5v3. So Big thought they'd close the door on this round. Little did they realize they just kind of left it ajar on their own.
Gob's hands are still on his head.
Yeah, he'll be frustrated with that one. And at the very least, you've put a dent in Heroic, but the real reality of the situation is it's back to pistols for Big. You convert that 5v3, you're resetting Heroic. You've got now 7 and a near guaranteed 8th CT round win on Anubis. Big just had a chance at a glorious first half and a potential dominant map 3 to close this series. To lose Nuke like it's nothing, you know, keep it tight, have your moments. This is a big chance for the Heroic squad to leave a mark on Big.
Yeah, I'm not going to say Heroic's back into this just yet, but obviously the door is cracked open for him to slide in. Nerd's going to drop some utility. Oh, there's Process, though. Nice little peek down towards Canals. Unexpected from Shush. Still losing control of the bomb site. Still going to be a very low percentage round to actually win if you're Big. That's a good start on the opening kill.
But isn't it a tantalizing option? You've got everybody already in position. You've got the 5v4. You got little to lose. Now, there's no kit on the play. There is a smoke. And tabseN gets his hands on the AK. But Big...
I'm surprised some of the pistols aren't at least lining up for exits, right? Taking some money away?
Crimbo's got armor. The other ones, yeah, okay. They could. But I think they had their fun in the last round. God B just tightened up that lead.
Yeah, he was like, that's the round you get, guys. Once per half, you guys can have fun. Other than that, it's all what I want to do.
No, in the end, the two pistol players that should chase do. Sin can't get much. Maybe Montu can.
Don't take that fight.
Never mind.
I lost the advantage.
Let this one slide. So
6-3. Lead has dwindled. Oppa's going to be back in the hands of Mantu. Nikadaz has one as well.
Now, Montu was essential to some of the moments that Big had over Heroic and Cloud9 on Anubis. And I think it takes that little extra edge from him at times to go that one step further in a risky op play, whether it's an opening or whether it's a mid-round moment. We'll see if we get it from him when he's not playing as well as he was. Currently over towards the A site, looking to anchor. Lands his first shot, nice enough. And of course, you know Crimbo's always in A somewhere. So trying to disrupt him with all this utility, Crimbo has to forego his original spot, leaving the Molotov in front of Shush. But Shush isn't going to respect it into the streamline of bullets. That molly just a little wide, and Shush senses this, sees that slight gap, and tries to pounce on a bomb site with success. TessS along the walls got what should be and is 2 easy frags lined up. Heroic making something of this T side now.
Man, shout out to Shush. The trade, as you mentioned, that player on the Molotov, that is full confidence in the flashbang of your teammate. Full confidence that flashbang is going to be effective coming through that smoke or coming through that Molotov, and just saying, I'm getting this kill at the very least. This is the one I'm aiming for, and as long as I get it, that's mission accomplished. Cracks open the bomb site. Tessus builds upon it. And Heroic's got a little pep in their step now. Looked flat to start this. It was a little bit scary seeing Heroic come into it flat, but they've picked it up. Just 2 rounds back. And that AK in Tapson's hands is taken away eventually. That'll be a decision in this round from Big. Money's kind of scattered all over the place. Oh, it is beautiful. Jumps over. Flashbang's wonderful from Nikodas.
I do think there's also like a bit of an original disconnect between Crimbo and Montu. We see Montu up by Fountain, getting the opening pick. No fallback support. Crimbo's hiding behind Cake. You know, maybe setting him up with utility, maybe having the flash to get him out, and the second player wasn't quite blind, but feels like usually if you've got that 2-man A setup with a deep op angle, you're both ready to roll in this long room.
Yeah, fight that trade as well.
Right, it's just 2 separate single-player defenses put in place by Big, and Heroic get through it.
And that's what we can't know, right? That might be a world where Crimbo's like, Matsu's going to have an angle where he can get 1 kill and fall back safely, or get into cover safely, and maybe he's just too wide, and Crimbo didn't expect him to be that committed. But regardless, there is that disconnect there.
Yeah. And also, you know, what else are you doing in the back of that bomb site? What you doing back there, Crimbo? Getting flooded forward here. I think this is actually just a real testament to some of the heroic A-hits that we've seen. I tried to hype up Crimbo, but he's looking very mortal in the face of this pretty consistent pressure now. Heroic at the tail end of the T side, to me, have sensed an opening and have, I mean, successfully abused it with really nice utility.
It seems like he's lost a little bit of confidence, a little bit of desire to take those fights towards A main, which, as someone who doesn't really play that bomb site but has been, you know, randomly forced into it, I can understand. Those fights kind of suck when you're all alone. You don't have a teammate with utility.
Oh, just comparing yourself to the pros again, Jason.
Yeah. Yeah. Just trying to find any way I can connect, you know?
Yeah. Trying to humanize their experience. Nothing out of Big this time, so this is an excellent comeback from Heroic in the T half.
It's good that Heroic found and has been exploiting this weakness or success at the A bomb site, because nothing was really working at B. Tapson was shutting them down in mid. It felt like they didn't really have a whole lot of options on the map.
Let's not forget what that first round on the A site, what the first round of this 5-round streak really was. Pistols rushing A.
Yeah.
Full pedal to the metal, no stop. And what was a pretty embarrassing way for Big to let Heroic into this half at all has now turned into this snowball effect where now they're just the better team. Now they've got the full guns, the full nades, the full execs, and the trade potential of your A defense has withered away. Final round of the half, and of course, we've got Nertz trying to take the angle into B. A peek out from Sin, but he gets caught by the second player, not anticipating Nertz this deep. Process makes sound as he comes out from Dark, but he'll win his duel, sectioning off these fights one after another. Tabson crossing bridge yet again, but doing it quietly, and doing it with nobody to hold him. If he goes A, there's nothing there to be found. It's a 50-50 as far as Tabson's concerned, but if he had gone the other direction, which maybe is now too late, that bomb's going to be through the B entrance, and we're talking 2v3 retake for Big to close the half.
That's way too late. He saw a little ankle as Shush kind of came up, but Shush was already considering and looking back towards Canal, so yeah, he knows the potential. He knows what's going to come. Not going to give away his position. Bomb plant going down. Tabson's in some trouble. Off angle for Shush, but he doesn't call that out to Tessus, that he's exposed.
Oh no!
And Tabson has opened it right back up.
No way. Like that, Tabson, 15 frags posted, and we're going to see Kixan in a clutch. That's both confirmed with the op shot rattling off. The nade damage, it's a little bit for Tabson, but he still holds on. Coverage of the pillar. It's got to be clean from Kixan, but as the CTs continue to cross, oh, I said it's clean. It's actually nasty. Beauty of a 2K to tie this game at 6 rounds apiece. Heroic back in action.
This isn't finished, it's only begun. Nothing's unblemished, the damage done.
You thought maybe it would be Nertz or maybe Nikadaz or hell, maybe even the heroic duo of TeSS's Shush, but no, it's Kixan at the top of the board, knocking on Big's B bomb site, just puncturing through the A defense of Crimbo like it's nothing, and suddenly Heroic from a 0-6 start to Anubis have tied this game up ahead of their defensive half.
It's the same on the other one too for Big. You think it might be Crimbo, think it might be Prosis, Man2, but it's Tabson, who is a beast over in middle. The IGL is the captain stepping up big in this third map. Close as could possibly be.
Ooh, they hear the rumblings of the bridge cross. TeSS taps out one. Worried about the long hit as well, but not there. No one turns. CT's chasing down bridge. I mean, this is the bomb carrier in Montu. He's gonna go ahead and kill one, but then Sin's up next. He clears out E-Box. What am I watching? Why are there CTs chasing Ts down to dark with no long splits, but players flanking from A into top mid? Why, Jason?
That's a good old-fashioned SWAT team drop down. I love it. It's beautiful. Man2 getting that double kill throws a wrench in everything, though, because they didn't clear out dark nearly as well as they would have liked. Makes it awkward, and Shush, good shot from the P2K.
Crimbo, he's coming from the A site. He has already walked through a back around mid to cross bridge, but now he's in a seemingly expectable position.
He's playing around the world. And if Shush disappears back to the A bomb site, Crimbo's going to be like, well, this is stupid. I've just...
What have I done?
I haven't seen anyone.
You literally could have waited and spawned for the first 45 seconds, Crimbo. I suppose at least he knows bridge should be clear. But would they leave? Oh, they will leave that bomb unguarded, but not for long. Shush, killer headshot. And in fact, him and TeSS kicking it off with those CT pistols.
7 rounds straight for Heroic as well, going back to the first half. This is quite a run that Big need to get control of, and fast. No plant. Force buy in the second round is going to be tough. We've seen Big do it, and in fact, they are going to do it here. Tech 9's being picked up. Mac 10 on Prosis. Dang. Are we switching to P2Ks tonight, or?
We might have to. I'll give it a try.
Okay.
I'll tell you, the USB ain't working.
Yeah, haven't really been enjoying that. What, like 6 months or so?
Yeah, gotta try something.
Wish I could buy a Glock.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, yo, give me them CT Sonic Glocks, bro. Somebody put in an order.
Well, this force buy, they're going to have room to work with. Shush is playing it passively as the only real A defender. Gonna be smoked off, so chances to at least get the plant. Kixon challenges through the smoke, steps forward, and they handle it. Him and Nikodas, oh, a cute little one tap. USP is out, and this has been shut down entirely.
Montu tries to swing, no Tech 9 impact for him. So honestly, Shush getting smoked and mollied off like that, the utility deals with the original anchor. I think it's just the pizzazz that comes through with the camera rotation, right? Getting ahead of the smoke, not being afraid of what is just going to be these measly little Tech 9s trying to cross into the bomb site. No, we've got clean shots. And that Nikodas second kill on Fountain, that last bullet in the M4 headshot, that's exactly what you need, right? He doesn't get that kill. Maybe there's a world where Big's Force Buy gets them a bomb plant, a frag or two. Hell, unbelievably, maybe they win the round. But now 8 straight for Heroic.
There's been an infusion of confidence in this Heroic team that happened down 0-6, and all of a sudden that rush towards the A bomb site changed the entire trajectory of this match.
Oops.
No utility. Just some deagles for Big. Relying on a 1-deag, relying on a pick, excuse me. I think Kixon actually saw that boost. Swings a little bit too wide, manages to get away. For the moment, he's got some backup in Nikodas, making sure his teammate doesn't go down without a fight, and that's awkward.
Through the wall, though, TSS makes sure to put him over the line, and Crimbo's deagle finds his. What more do you got in store for us here, Crimbo?
One more.
On who?
Shush.
Come on now, place your bets, place your bets.
No, Shush is the farthest back. Tess's.
Sorry, sir, you made your bet already. I'll be taking your money.
I would like to change my answer.
Crimbo, you can go ahead and take your sweet time. Maybe Big will find their confidence while they wait.
Yeah, let the boys have a conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
Let the boys have a chat.
Gombi's going to be losing his mind if Heroic keep winning more rounds off this streak.
I mean, you pointed out like kind of the preemptive timeout. I don't know if this would count as a preemptive timeout because you've lost 9 rounds straight, but it might be time for one heading into this first gun round of just like the importance of getting back into the swing of things, getting back into this map.
Do whatever it takes to kind of kill this momentum because it is very much on Heroic's side. Montu op. Can he get into it? That's the big question.
Better happen quick.
Running out of time, honestly.
Yeah.
4 rounds away from victory in the best of 3. We didn't shoot, but he'll stay scoped, flicking into his counterpart. And that's what we're going to need. Somebody to open rounds for Big. Crimbo sees the fleeing CT. And now, of course, confirming that the op is still in that A bomb site. Expecting him to be holding some sort of an angle. Maybe you go soften up a bomb site elsewhere.
Yeah, they wanted to attack towards the B bomb site, which is just as Tess is shifted away. So it's really Nerds as the sole defender there at the moment. It's just Big not completely lined up and held off by Smokes over in Canals from exploiting this rotation.
Tabson going to try to preoccupy the CTs in mid, slow down any rotate that he can. And seeing as Kicksan's getting support, but ooh. No flash for that peak. Kicksan just goes right into the op, and that's 2 frags for Montu. The 1 round that we've seen Big with an op on the T side, and we're talking big money Montu. But it wouldn't be the first 5v3 that Big have lost this map.
No.
The difference being we're not in the middle of chaos and carnage, and A is completely clear.
Yeah, that's the question is, does Crimbo actually work up some courage and go challenge this, or do they want him to kind of stand pat and just wait? Because if he starts peeking into the A bomb site and gets no resistance, they're actually going to go right into the stack. Even Crimbo's coming back now, so a chance now for this 5-on-3 to slip away.
Oh boy, lordy lordy, what's in store? Shush, not respecting the smoke either, but the flash will get him. Still 2 more though, in position to hold. Nerds is locking off 1 half. Down to the 10 seconds, TSS with the fresh mag, squeeze from Process, out from Dark, and he's gonna go ahead and find it. Oh, 2 more! No time to plant! Crimbo needs the kill! Dodged! And perfectly clutched out by TSS!
What a god. What a beast of a sequence. That's absolutely perfect. And that is the heart of Big just ripped out and stomped on at that B bomb site. You don't recover from that.
Oh, you're done.
You don't recover from that.
You're done. Another 5v3 thrown away in a streak of 10 rounds straight. Heartbreaking.
Unreal what Tassus has just done to Big. So smart, using time as an ally. And an immediate timeout called by Heroic. That's one to calm down the adrenaline.
And let Big stew in it. Go ahead, Gob B. What can you say about that?
He's got a smile. All you can do is sometimes is smile.
That's actually the perfect response.
Yeah, it's all you got, really. It's just like, you know what? He made a play.
Yeah. Yeah. The Counter-Strike god's not on their side. If only... And you know what? Honestly, Jason, props. You set it up perfectly. If Crimbo had an ounce of bravery left in him in that round and went into that A site, there's no way they commit fully to B.
Well, the question is always, too, like, does he have the kind of freedom in this situation to do that if he wants to?
He should. And back on Vertigo, you know, I personally was trying to hype him up as that guy that when he wants to do something, he can. And I truly believe that is the case. I feel like of all the, you know, leashes on Big, he has the longest one. And after the longest streak of heroic rounds in the series, 10 straight, it's another 5v3. But
Surely.
Bomb is back outside towards T-spawn. They can't fumble this one, can they?
Well, let's find out. Let's see. Process is going to swing in along the wall. Sees there's some space, sees it's a little bit clear, but here's Tess's once again. And that might bring up bad memories for Big, because he's got a second kill on Sin. And all of a sudden, another 3-on-3. This time, Crimbo does have the courage, or the space, or the freedom to clear out the A bomb site, and that will call tabseN over. But it's not done yet. They've got a disadvantaged post plant to win out first.
That's the thing. Crimbo's gone so deep at this point. Shush gonna find him, gets a fight, but Crimbo wins it, losing only a quarter HP. The contrast in action and initiative taken by Crimbo in this round compared to that last could very well make the difference and finally end the dry spell that Big have been trying to deal with. But that's assuming that TeSeS and Nikadaz, after this streak of victory, don't come for the retake.
I don't think they have
One
the
of
tools
them's
for it.
taken a glance. TeSeS out from camera. Of course, they've got the kit, but nobody's got the smoke. Not going to block off vision. Not going to unanchor any long players, so they have to give it up. It took them some damn time, I'll tell you that. 2 3v5s in this 10-round streak, but finally, Heroic give one back.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so tough, too. Look at the money for Heroic when we come back into it. It's not pretty. 1,400 on Shush, Kicks, and Inerts. So, I mean, these are the only two weapons they'll have, and that's the decision you make of not going for that retake, is having those weapons moving forward. So I guess there is a little bit of a bright spot in these past few rounds of Big being able to find those opening kills. Obviously, one being given away to a nicely called stack from Heroic. But you whittle down the economy, and if you want a softer route to get back into the game, this is how you do it. 2 MP9s, 5-7 on Nerts, that Oppen saved M4. Heroic scraping the bottom of the barrel.
That's where all the flavor is, though. The build-up that Shush is about to have his hands full of, but the second CT, this could be the perfect distraction. Even if Kixan dies, 2 backs turned, wild flash because of TeSeS, who at least comes through with the trade, so Shush gets all he can in such a bad spot. It's that duel that tabseN wins, his 18th of the map. And Nikadaz, do you press this? Utility flying at you, barreling forward with no teammate close enough to help. And even when Nerds gets here, it's a 5-7, but Nikadaz, it's perfection! Just opt to the back. And a reading, if Montu, you push this, you're doomed. Don't do it. But you gotta make some kind of move, because that long A flank's also coming through. The opening is storage, or a Heaven Peak versus just the 5-7, which does reopen this. He knows where that Opera was at. Can he close it? Nikadaz creeping down to get Heroic right back on the board, to put that op in the spotlight, or to allow Montu to get away. At this point, if Nikadaz comes and clears this, then Montu should have him. As he's creeping out, he's going to be concerned with backside. This shouldn't be a readable angle. Oh, but the flick is right there when he needs it. Element of surprise means nothing in the face of talent. Nikadaz, op, rifle, pistol, doesn't seem to matter.
Man, that's map 1 Nikadaz right there, just for a shining moment. The guts to step through this smoke and just look for a shadow, any piece of information, and this flick so fast having to zoom in. And what can you do? He has the same smile of God B of just like, I got no other response.
Oh man,
I got no other response to this.
Yeah, I'm not saying Big are going to stop trying, but those are the kinds of reactions when you just start laughing off moments like that. It just feels, I mean, that's defeatism.
They still got the money to fight back. 2 Galils, 2 AKs, and an AWP on Mantu, and they've still been finding success in these last 2 rounds in terms of opening them. It's the closures of these rounds that they've been struggling in. A little bit of leg showing. Nikadaw's ready. And now he's looking for the close-up fight.
He's just on point right now. Process tries to chase him down. Nikadaw's still has cover here. Nades are on top of him, but he's got support from Nerds. 2 players facing out long. Nerds about to get pinched, but holds off on Dark and doesn't show himself to what is the follow-through here from Big. They're trying to pinch him around the obelisk. Shadow advantage for Tabson, as he seems to be the only solution to this problem. But he's got the bomb. And CT is close enough to sight to really cause problems. As Sin is preoccupied with E-Box, he looks the wrong direction, and there is indeed a player just sitting here on Temple. Can Tabson post a critical clutch, or is it too much to ask? He misses his shots, and again, closing rounds is just escaping Big one time after another.
And you nailed it. Just the buildup of those, just the needles that they just kind of shove in with each and every one of these close rounds, the 3v5s they've won, the clutches they've won. These grind them out rounds going in the favor of Heroic, I think it's just built up to a critical mass for Big. It's gotta feel so dejecting, and Gabi, a second time out to try and get his boys into this one last time. They're 5 rounds back from overtime. This is a 12-1 run for Heroic. And I'll tell you what, Tess has had that brilliant round in the B bomb site, but just building upon that, he has found some heavy impact kills at the perfect moment, rotating away from his position into new action that Big is causing, and he's just finding that one kill that alleviates pressure. He's been so impactful.
Let's go.
Kixan and Saw sharpening the tools that they managed to put together for this Heroic team. And honestly, an upset over Astralis, who looked hot last week. Revenge versus Big in a best of 3 to advance to the group stage of Katowice. A level of success that I don't think anybody could have expected from this camp this quick. And I don't think some people expected ever. An unknown entity in Kixan stepping forth to this caliber of team, this level of expectations. The return of Nikadaw's questioned, but CS2 looks good on this team from top to bottom. And the confidence to make this run come back. It just feels like they're playing as if they can do no wrong. Everybody stepping up. Sin can't handle this peek out. Nerds is going to team kill, which makes things a little weird.
He's laughing about it in the moment.
If I've learned anything, it's that Heroic still just close late rounds. And again, Shush just finding that little glimpse of Process, all he needs to pull him down.
Yeah, Big don't seem comfortable in these fights that they're getting at the moment. They're just not finding the great time, not nailing the shots when they're presented to them, and it's just slipping away. And all that's left is this hit towards the A site. Shush is here. Kicks in close by in middle. No utility for Shush. Spot on. Doesn't even need it. Follow-up peek, sees him streaming in, calls out the bomb, waiting patiently behind Cake for his teammates to come over.
But again, it's comfortable. Again, they can just lean back, lean into what's going to be what seemingly is the road to the group stage. Uncontested in the second half of this map. Uncontested since they cranked that dial and overran this A site. But Crimbo loves a clutch. 12 seconds going for the plant. Kixan comes in, denies him that, and denies Big back-to-back head-to-head wins. It is Heroic in the group stage. Questioned after this series got started with Big having their moments, but Anubis, it's sweet revenge for the Heroic squad, and Big a tough pill to swallow because they most